Until you love yourself, you can't love anyone else. Until you trust yourself, you can't trust anyone else. Until you're comfortable with making mistakes with yourself, you can't be comfortable with others making mistakes. The number one reason I have so much compassion for everyone else is I have compassion for myself. I'm a human. I'm not a superhero. I'll make mistakes.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm trying not to. I prefer not to.
Are you? Because at the end of the day, like, isn't one of the theories like, hey, fail fast and like, you know, like...
No, that is a slang term for, are you willing to take a chance knowing it may not work out, but you still, like, every one of my chances I prefer to work, but I'll take the booby prize of learning.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas other people, I think, are so scared that if it doesn't work, that it completely represents their entire self-esteem that they don't even try. Because why would you risk hurting yourself so much?
So if somebody has that instinct and that intuition that says they need to go out and take a chance, right? They're listening to Gary. They're seeing what he's got to say. They just feel it. How do you have any helpful hints or tricks?
Practice.
And how do you practice intuition?
You practice intuition by not shutting it down. Meaning, all of you feel something when you meet somebody or you see something. Take a look. Like, think. It's practice. I'm telling you, it's like meditating. It's like playing tennis. It's like you practice kindness. How do you practice kindness, Gary? I don't know. When you see somebody in the street who's a stranger and you actually like their hoodie, instead of just saying it to yourself, be like, yo, nice hoodie, bro. That's called practicing kindness. The next time you have a quick second of, I like this person, but then all the things your mom and dad and you taught yourself, like, no, they're going to hurt me. Well, just remember for a quick second. Remember that nanosecond before you went to your normal state where you're like, I think I like this person? Well, that time, jump in. And oh, by the way, when they fuck you, don't think that that's how it always... See, Gary, you're a fucking asshole. You made me trust this person, they fucked me. No. Do it again.
Again.
It's fucking practice. I'm like the opposite of Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson's like, practice, fuck practice. I'm like, no, everything is practice.
That's
and obviously
so
I loved his point, and I love my point, which is like, you want to grow intuition, you have to jump in all 2 feet into your intuition every time you can recognize that your intuition's telling you to go, even though your brain's telling you to know. If you can balance your stomach with your brain, you will be a fucking monster. And most people either are too delusional and just use their stomach, and they're always getting fucked over because they're not using their fucking brain. Or, like most people I see, they're just using their brain and they've been taught and have learned how to completely shut down their intuition, and so they're one-dimensional and everything's very linear.
The one thing I've learned since COVID was meditation. And I've actually started to do that. I don't do it as much as I probably should to get still, to get clear.
Brother, there's no should.
Well,
there's some people that meditate every day. There's some people.
But I know that it works. Every time I meditate, I feel so much better.
Well, then you should.
I get super. Well, I get super still.
Let's talk about this for the last few seconds. Fuck. Like, you should meditate every day. When I hear, I feel so much better, you need to hear yourself and rewind this and clip this with your Cody and like really understand. No. Do you shower every day?
Yeah.
Okay. You should meditate every day. Because guess what? And I bet you, like most dudes, somewhere in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, even though your mom was, or someone, or the world, or somebody said you stunk and you knew you had to shower every day, you still weren't. We weren't in practice yet. I remember being in fucking 8th grade, and like, that's when it's like starts to get to real with the girls and everything, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking shower. I would go 3 days without showering, and then somewhere in, I think between freshman year of around freshman year, high school is a whole new world. I think high school is when I started to. Well, guess what? If you can shower every day, you can definitely meditate every day. Because dudes don't want to shower.
Have you had any experiences that were like longer, that gives you that vision, right? Because I know that I've had experiences where like I'll meditate or I'll go somewhere for like a day or two to get clear visions, so that way I can figure out what I want to do in the future. So that way I can start practicing it now. Is there anything that you do that's really worked to create a bigger vision?
But I think this is really rough. Because I think this is, I think I'm in some sort of like advanced state.
That's what you are.
I feel like I'm meditating and thinking and being thoughtful every second. I even said to Dustin fucking yesterday that I had this weird revelation the last month that I think I'm thinking fully at night. And I'd never, like I had this weird...
conscious.
What's up? Yeah, like while I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, I had this weird thing happen twice now in the last month. I feel like something's getting to the front of my head from the back of my head, where like, I never remember anything. None of my dreams. None of my everything. And like 2 times now in the last 3 weeks, I feel like I've got an answer to something and I can recall thinking about it when I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Because I think I deep sleep. So I think a lot of people light sleep and like so they can remember a lot of shit because they're like half in and half out. I'm like out.
I think your ability to be present, like you're so present. Like for everyone, the people that don't really know you and they think, oh, he's all over the place, he's on social media. Like every time I've been around you, it is amazing how like
locked in.
And I think that leads to when you rest your head at night, you're able to like be so clear because you're not worrying about the future, you're not worrying about the past. I think that helps drive that brain a little bit.
To answer your question, I just think I'm meditating, some version of meditation at all times. I'm always trying to be thoughtful. I'm always trying to be in the middle. I'm not trying to let I just have a good relationship with myself. And that's what I want people to love themselves because I think the things that I watch trigger everyone around me is a direct correlation to their relationship with themselves.
Challenges that I face all the time with some of these students is anxiety and how I can help them see that they are, they can do more than they think and that they're stronger than they know. How would you articulate or explain to them?
You know how I do it. I'm doing it. I put pressure on the true answers. Insecurity is the seed that creates all these issues.
Absolutely.
And so I'm trying to figure out why they didn't build self-esteem, who didn't build self-esteem. And the reason I bring up mom is like, Jesus, it's such a big percentage of it. Mom or dad is like 80% of it. It's just, I do this a lot. I'm fascinated. Listen, my dad, I don't talk a lot about this. That's what happened to my dad. My dad, I'm so impressed by him. The way my grandmother parented my dad is unacceptable. That's the only word I can think of. So I'm fascinated by it because I had the reverse. I'm so perfectly parented by my mother, I'm unstoppable. I feel guilty that I'm so emotionally grounded and strong. That's why I'm giving it to you. What do you think's happening up here? I feel guilty that I have it so good mentally. There's nothing anybody can do to my mental state. It's insane. I am so weird, guys. Nothing hits, it's like I'm numb. And so I go right to the core. I do it when I see it sometimes. I'm like, hey, you are unbelievable and you think you're shit. That's bad. We need to talk about this. Tell me everything about your childhood. And I just go there and, sometimes you get a little break sometimes, but what's really fun is they start thinking about it and it changes behavior. I get an email every day that says that they disconnected from somebody in their inner circle and for the last 6 months, they're breathing for the first time in their lives. It is not easy to break up with your brother. It is not easy to break up with your spouse. It is not easy to break up with your father, but that's actually the binary move if they're the poison of your life. So, if that's your reality, you need to think, because guess what? You have one life. And you don't want to be 73 when your parent passes away and finally start breathing. B, if that is not your life, you need to drive home right now and kiss your parents in the face.